My name is Bonnie Leonard. I am the manager slash maintenance supervisor, and I've been here since 2009.
And you've been down in Louisiana, southern Louisiana,
48 years.
48 years.
I mean, I've been here for so long that I have dealt with floods as long as I can remember.
Okay.
You know, because we had the big hurricane. I think it was Camille. Back when I was a child, that was a big deal. And then we had the 83 flood. I flooded 3 times in just 4 months.
Down in New Orleans.
No, right here in Baton Rouge.
Right here in Baton Rouge. What
And I
year
mean,
was that? Do you know?
Oh my goodness. That would have been like 2000, and because I moved here in 2011. So I would have flooded 3 times in 2010 and then again in January of 11.
Oh, wow.
And it didn't get into my house, but you're stuck there, and unless you have a boat, you're not going anywhere. And in a way, it was a blessing that I didn't stay in that house, because I would have lost everything, because it was completely over the roof.
Oh, my goodness.
Even though my house was 16 foot in the air. I know some people that went to other places that they were charged $3,500 for a 1-bedroom with no furniture. Not far from here.
Oh, my gosh.
That's
So
price gouging in the
Yes.
worst way.
Yeah.
You know, and automatically, I was told, well, we could probably go up on rent. We could this. No, we can't. It's not the right thing to do, because we need to come together to help people out.
Bonnie was able to house 11 families without raising rent prices, but she made it clear that there was not a shortage of rentable spaces after the flood. People simply couldn't afford those that were available due to landlords raising rent prices or refusing short-term leases to flood victims. While the floods have brought together people she never thought she would witness getting along, she's well aware that not everyone jumps on the bandwagon, and no one knows when the next severe flood will hit. Rising Communities is a system that addresses multiple issues that floods in southern Louisiana bring with them. In this section cut, you see airbags below a slab on short stilts that carries an entire apartment complex. As it begins to rain, water can fill the cavity beneath the slab. If the rains lead to a flood, sensors that are triggered by water start to inflate the airbags. The complex begins to lift and float if necessary. Unfolding steel brackets open and lock into place the higher the complex is forced to go. Raising Communities allows an entire community to look after each other and share resources without having to risk navigating the currents by boat. It groups communities together so that search and rescue can more efficiently help those that might be in need or check off groups that are okay. In order to implement this system, complex owners and landlords must sign an agreement that includes adding their name to the FEMA and Red Cross lists of available apartments in the case of a flood, accepting any and all flood victims that would be accepted under normal circumstances, guaranteeing that the rent price will not go up for flood victims, and allowing for short-term leases with furnished apartments. The system is partially government funded with the goals of aiding in the search and rescue process, protecting more homes and Louisiana residents, and reducing the overall costly effects of flooding.